Okay, here's our critique for Monday's short program, our final lope through. Do a good job here in the first group of fours. Everybody rolled out together. Second group, your spacing looked a little bit tight, but everybody made it through their holes with good alignment. Nice job. Coming around this corner, going into our diamond thread. Really nice job on our alignment there. You can see everybody's following in the footsteps of the horse in front of them. Still spacing is kind of starting to stretch out again this week. So really want to concentrate on keeping that 1.5 horse so that allows these riders to get around the corner as we come in for our charging chevrons. Pushing out into our circle, we want to remember immediately, Valin, you need to have one horse right away. Stacy, one horse. Barb, one horse. And then once that whistle blows, we're all going to push down to our nose to tail spacing. So if you look here, there isn't really anybody at nose to tail. Valin, you've still got like a half a horse in front of you there. And then Valin, as we peel down and come through these posts, you're allowing like a huge gap to get in front of you, like a big one horse gap. You need to maintain your nose to tail through those posts and then get your one horse spacing as you come through the post and start to turn back out into your circle. I think this adjustment on the whistle point here, keeping us in the circle a little longer, is definitely a better decision. And will allow us to get into our pinwheel and not be in that pinwheel for what feels like forever. So as soon as we come around, Haley's going to blow the whistle. On that whistle, we're going to dive in. This week we were a little bit sloppy getting into this pinwheel. We usually do a little nicer job. So let's really concentrate on keeping that consistent, pushing in together and maintaining our lateral space. As we roll out here for our yin and yang, remember we're coming out and we're getting half horse. We can't allow that to stretch out because if it does, it messes up the following maneuvers. So maintain that half horse. We're going to roll around here. I'm not sure what happened with Shing's line there. Susie, Jesse, make sure that you got that alignment. And then maintain that half horse. So right around this corner. If we don't have that half horse spacing, it makes this maneuver here very difficult to get the timing correct. Our half and half looks beautiful. Alignment's cleaned up a lot. Coming around the corner and setting up for our four-way cross. Remember, we're doing this at 2 horse space. So we need to maintain that 2 horse space in our alignment. Coming over here, the horse is in front of Amber. So Lauren's entire line, your guys' alignment was kind of like a snake going across the arena. Let's make it nice and straight. Setting up here for our side switch. Really good job on our spacing, very consistent. Good job holding a space there in Kim's position. Remember, on that second whistle, we're going to cross and pick up the lope at the same time. Coming in now for our boxes. This box we should have had a little bit tighter there. Remember our 2 horse spacing so that when we clover around, we come right into that second box and move right through that effortlessly without having to check and stop and trot there like Jesse had to. Shing's having to check back really hard. So make sure we have that 2 horse spacing throughout that clover. Coming in now on our suicide charge. Remember, you're queuing off of Shing if you're in her line or off of Liz in the other line. And then we come around and let those outsides guide you. Amber, you were kind of ahead of the rest of your line there. Coming in, we're building this arrow really, really nicely. Nose to knee spacing, and we're turning back out for this wedding ring. Haley a little quicker there on heart than it normally forms, but really, really good job. Susie, remember you need to maintain that 1.5 horse all the way through there. It has a tendency to get tight for you when you're down towards the gate end. Maintain that 1.5 all the way throughout the wedding ring. As we pair up here, doing a much nicer job of closing up that space to half horse. Let's make sure we do have an actual half horse there though. Haley looks almost head to tail and a few others behind her as well. Rolling into our obliques of 4. Remember, we're nose to hip. Susie, your line is kind of stretched out there laterally. Let's get it tightened up, nose to hip, and it'll allow us to roll right into this company front really smoothly. We got this whistle point kind of figured out, I feel like, here. Haley's going to blow the whistle as soon as her nose is in that corner, and then she's going to immediately turn. So, Haley, I would not even travel up the wall as far as you did that time. As soon as your nose hits the wall, blow the whistle and come right out of that corner, just so we can get a straighter, prettier angle on that. Also, Haley, remember that Tanya has to get on the wall in front of you, so don't close up that space in front of you, or else she's not going to be able to get on the wall, and it looks really messy. Going into our full team sweep, we're doing a good job. The one thing that I'm noticing in free and in short is we're getting really big lateral spacing up in about the first top 4 or 5 riders. So Susie, Amber, Shing, Barb, and even to Jesse and Sharon. You guys really need to keep that not only nose to knee alignment, but you need to keep it nice and tight. The further that you guys spread out as we're coming around, the less space there is for the trailing riders, and they really have the least amount of space in the sweep as it is. This ending still is looking sloppy. We really need to concentrate on rolling into those fours nice and tight, and then holding it together until we hit center, and then splitting obliques left and right. Overall, good job. I'm going to try and get critiques out of the other videos today as well.